let's talk about ballot questions. A lot of people unsure how enthusiastic they are about voting. It's very important to vote. I feel silly saying this. Just that, but it's
Wait, hold
important.
on. Are we unsure about how enthusiastic voters are, or are voters unsure about how enthusiastic they are?
Voters are unsure about how enthusiastic they are. When you ask them, they say, yeah, I support Obama, but I don't know if I'm voting or this or that. The ballot questions on a lot of state ballots are a big thing which people should be voting on. Forget about voting for Obama and Romney, even though you should. Especially, you know, if in your state it's not going to be close, maybe you're not that worried about it, Lewis.
Okay.
Forget about voting in the local elections, which of course you should care about, particularly here in Massachusetts, where Scott Brown and Elizabeth Warren are facing off. The ballot questions are very, very important because a lot of actual state law is dictated, or at least the catalyst for changes in state law comes from these ballot questions. Did you know that there's 3 ballot questions here in Massachusetts, Lewis?
I am well aware. I read them.
Very good. Lewis is very well aware of them. Now, I'll tell you what they are here in Massachusetts and how I'm going to vote. In your state, we can't go through every state, but why don't we discuss it, Lewis?
Please.
Is everything okay? Lewis is giving me a look like I'm doing a show.
Your microphone's rubbing against your shirt and jacket.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. We don't want that.
You probably shouldn't move it closer to your jacket. But
let's get back to the ballot questions, please.
Okay.
Question number 1 in Massachusetts here is about allowing independent repair facilities for vehicles in Massachusetts to be able to access the same information that the dealers have. And I am going to vote yes on this. I think that it is not fair for you to have to go back to the manufacturer dealer of your vehicle to get repairs or to have certain diagnostics done. You can often get a far better deal supporting a non-dealer associated business or repair shop. And I'm going to vote yes on that. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I agree.
100% yes.
Okay. Question number 2. Question number 2 is more controversial. Question number 2, voting yes in Massachusetts would allow physicians licensed in the state to prescribe medication at the request of a terminally ill patient meeting certain conditions to end the person's life. In other words, die with dignity law. I'm going to be voting yes on this.
Yes.
Natan?
Yeah, I think this is a no-brainer.
Okay. And then number 3, a yes
Was that a pun?
Well, I didn't realize it at the time, but I guess it is.
Okay.
Number 3, voting yes would enact a proposal which would eliminate criminal and civil penalties related to medical marijuana use. In other words, voting yes would allow the growing of marijuana in certain situations for medical use, and it would decriminalize, so on and so forth. You know, Lewis, I can't stand it when my neighbors, who have moved out now, fortunately, but my neighbors up until a few months ago, when they were smoking weed in their basement, I certainly didn't like that smell. But I understand that a yes vote here is the right thing, and I'm going to be voting yes on this.
Yes again here.
Natan?
Yep, this one's a no smoker.
There you go.
No. In all honesty, I am a bit concerned about the assumption on the part of medical marijuana advocates who generally are advocating for the eventual legalization of marijuana for recreational use. I'm a little bit unsure about whether this type of approval and success in Massachusetts is going to lead to the eventual legalization of marijuana.
Okay.
So I don't exactly know. What do you think?
Well, I don't really care. In other words, I think that this law, whether or not that is the next step, the correct vote on this law is a yes, and that's the way I'm going to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think ultimately I would like marijuana to be legalized. I would like all drugs to be decriminalized, and that's basically it.
All right, there you go. blog.davidpakman.com/producer Lewis. A little bit of insight into what's going on in Lewis's mind.
What?